Alright people, your boy Retro and Rambo back. Well, just your boy Retro, Rambo's in the duel. We got a collab tag team match going on here. We're both running Dragon decks, and this match was actually a little bit interesting because both teams were running Dragon decks, and we were pretty much trying to see which Dragon deck was better. Pretty bizarre matchup because there's red eyes metal dragons, there's blue eyes white dragons, material dragons. There's dragons everywhere, graveyard in the hand. It's crazy. So you guys are gonna see that in the matchup here. I want to go ahead and talk about dragons a little bit and talk about some other type of decks. Now with the update, the Decades Duel Plus, you're seeing a lot of people running dragon decks more often now. More so than before. Mainly because before the update, you got to see a lot of Blackwing decks, a lot of Lightsworn decks. You don't see those type of decks as much no more with the new addition of cards. You can use Gen X monsters, you can use Naturia monsters, and XYZ monsters. There's a lot of different decks you can make now besides the basic Blackwing Lightsworn combo. But Dragon decks still remain the prime focus that everybody uses. Now right here I'm deciding whether I want to use Soul Exchange and go for Death Volscath. Instead, I think I'm going to go ahead and use Blizzard effect to cancel the blue eyes next attack. Choose Foolish Burial and put red eyes in the graveyard so that my teammate can Rambo can bring him back next turn. So Dragon decks, what makes them so abusive? And what makes them the most popular favorite decks that everybody use? So pretty much the reason why they're easy to use is because you can summon, especially with the red eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. The deck is designed to bring out your high level dragons without the use of a sacrifice. In terms of a tribute summon. So basically, if you get a dragon, summon the 4-star or lower dragon on your first turn. Bam, get rid of him, banish him to remove from play. You got red eyes Metal Dragon. From there, if you got another dragon in your hands, albeit blue eyes or prime material or strong wind dragon or blue eyes shining dragon, you can go ahead and pop that bad boy from your hand to the field. And if you have a dragon in your graveyard, you can go ahead and pull that dragon from your graveyard and put them on the field. Now what I like to do with the dragon deck is I like to use Future Fusion, drop 5 good dragons in the graveyard, the Legend of Stone Dragon to get blue eyes to my hand, and use red eyes darkness effect and pull a good dragon that I just dumped to the graveyard with the effect of Future Fusion and pull like an albeit a prime material dragon. So I usually like to go for it to cancel out destruction cards. And if they do use a destruction card with prime material, what I like to do with prime material dragon is discard a dragon, another dragon, probably blue eyes from the Legend of Stone. Drop blue eyes so that my red eyes darkness dragon can bring him back from the graveyard next turn. Or if you have Monster Reborn, you can just bring him back regardless. So pretty much everybody likes to use them because they're pretty simple to use, not hard to use, not a lot of complexity, albeit when you talk about Gladiator Beast, Crystal Beast, Gen X monster, X Saber monsters, cards with a little bit more degree of difficulty. Everybody goes for them. Just like Blackwings and Lightsworn. There's no degree of difficulty. There's a lot of special summoning going on. You don't really have to understand too many cards because pretty much a dragon deck, they're based around Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, Future Fusion, Soul Exchange if you want to get the 6 or 7 star, I mean the 5 or 6 star dragon out by just sacrificing their monster, and pretty much those are the core cards in Monster Reborn and stuff like that. Easy way to beat this deck is by simply using a remove from play deck. That's a good way to counter that, because if the cards aren't going to the graveyard, then you can't bring back dragons with Metal Dragon. So the degree of complexity is not that hard. So it's like, okay, and the one thing I learned about human beings is that if it's not hard, if it's something simple and less complex, they're going to go with it. So pretty much that's why you see the common decks. Now, Gear Town, Gear Golem, those type of cards that require a little bit more strategy, excuse me, a little bit more strategy, you don't tend to see people use, except for the good people. The good people who understand the game and how summoning and trap and magic cards are supposed to work. not just throwing a whole bunch of mirror force, well throwing a mirror force, a whole bunch of side scoop armors or bottomless trap holes. People who know how to actually use their cards in conjunction with their deck are going to tend to go for cards that take a little bit more brain power. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, well, why are you using a dragon deck? One, simply because they're fun to use, and simply because, you know, I don't really like running the same deck over and over again. I like to use a variety of decks. I don't usually use a dragon deck that much. Just started using them maybe like two months ago. But that's pretty much with that. Now I want to talk about some other cards that I'm working on. Some decks. I'm working on a beast ass spellcaster deck, focused around Magical Citadel and the secret village of spellcasters or sorcerers or whatever. And pretty much it's not complete yet, and I'm still working on, still testing out player matches. Those who have Xbox 360 have probably seen me use the spellcaster deck, tweak it a little bit just so I can get it on point to where it needs to be. And yeah, so I'm still working on that project. Like I said, it's still a project and happening. I think right here, this is when the crazy shit happened with the all these dragons on the field and mess. It was bizarre. And so me and Rambo were trying to figure out a way of how to get rid of Metal Dragon without actually having to sacrifice too many of our monsters in the process, so that we can bring them back with our second Metal Dragon on the next turn. So Rambo goes in and draws Magno Dragon. And what Magno Dragon is going to do here, I think he's going to go ahead and do the Synchro Summon with Death Volscath, get an 8-star Synchro. Yeah, no, okay, so he didn't. So he's going to use, he got rid of Death Volscath with the second Red Eyes Metal Dragon to bring out Blue Eyes, and then he's going to use the other Metal Dragon to bring out Wing Beetle Giant Dragon. That's another card, another core card that you can use with the dragon deck, because basically you return a level 5 or higher dragon, and you can pretty much destroy all magic and trap cards on the field. So returning a high level dragon isn't really a big deal, because Red Eyes Darkness Dragon can bring it right back to the field on that same turn if you haven't already special summoned, or on your next turn. So it's another cool card to blow away backfield and be able to approach the attack. Now here, Rambo's gonna go ahead and cancel off with the Blue Eyes. Well, he's gonna attack the Red Eyes Metal Dragon so that he can't bring another dragon back. And then I think he's going to Synchro Summon 4 Trident Dragons just to get another 3,000 monster in the field, which he'll be able to bring back Blue Eyes. Well, I'll be able to bring back Blue Eyes on the next turn. So pretty much, I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the duel. I'm working on I'm revamping my water deck based around Legendary Fisherman. I need to get Tornado Wall, and I have a Spellcaster deck that I'm working on. Any thoughts and opinions that you guys have about the Dragon deck, about the level of popularity, the complexity of it? Is it complex? Is it not complex? All those type of questions that I answered or give my thoughts about, you guys can let me know in the description box below. If there's any decks that you want me and Rambo to run, or just me to run in a single match, yeah, just let me know in the description box. And pretty much covered everything I want to talk about today in terms of the Dragon deck and the all the other decks, Blackwing, Unex, and all that stuff. So there's a lot of good stuff to talk about, and I'm gonna be able to do different topics every Yugioh video that I do. So me and Rambo are going to be talking in discussion about some more decks in the next video, so you guys can stay tuned to that. More so probably the Gladiator Beast deck, because that's the deck that he's really working on. He has a good Gladiator Beast deck that he's working on, got a good recipe. So we're going to be diving down into the aspects of that, and we want you guys to stay tuned for that. And this is your boy Retro, and I'm out.